here. This is just going to be the calculator part. Okay. One is B. Be really careful on the SAT. They like to ask an extra question at the end. Like for this one, you're adding X and Y. It just so happens that it is 4, which is what you got for X. A lot of times they'll put your first answer, like you got X is 4, and you were supposed to add like 2 to it or something, and they'll have both answers. So be sure you reread before you answer the question, and then you like fully do it, okay? Number 3 is D. Number 2 is A, just simplifying your algebra. Number 4 is A. Your slope is always a rate, and your y-intercept is always an initial amount. Okay, number 5 is C. Number 6 is B. Number 7 is D. Number 8 is C. Number 9 is B. There's only one place where all 3 of those cross. Number 10 is C. That was kind of a toughie. If you got that one, good job. Number 11 is B. Number 12, you just want to get common denominators there, and then you get D. Number 13 is A. You want to know the vertex, and then you can also plug in a point to find A. Is that 14, you guys? Okay, 14 is B. Number 15 is B. Number 16. So on this part, it's not multiple choice, so you want to just write down the answer. You will bubble in your answer on these. So this first one's 360 centimeters cubed. Number 17 is 2. Number 18, you're going to move it up 6, so your answer is 8. Number 19 is 3/4 or 0.75 if you do a decimal. Number 20, we want to find a perpendicular line. So you get 2.5 or 5/2 for this one. And that's all I'm going to do for now on the calculator part. We'll come back, or that was the no calc part. Here, if you actually graph them. So it says, which of the following is true about the values of 3 to the x and 3x plus 2 for x is greater than 0? So at first you're like, what does that even mean? If you don't graph it, it's like really hard to visualize or see. And if you graph it, it makes it super easy, all right? So go to your calculator. Go to add graphs. And there's calculators up here, yep. And you're going to type in 3, and this little caret key is your exponent to the x. Press enter. So that's an exponential graph. Okay. The other one is a line, 3x plus 2. So I'm going to press tab, and I'm going to type in 3x plus 2. And I'm going to graph the line. And I'll give you all a minute to make sure you have that graphed. Okay, so let's read now what it actually says. So it says for all values, x is greater than 0. It should say it is true that 3 to the x is less than 3x plus 2. So let's look at this first part. For all x is greater than 0, I don't know why I have this, it is true. So let's look at x is greater than 0. That's going to be from this 0, 0 to the right, okay? It is saying 3 to the x is less than 3x plus 2. So 3 to the x is this blue line, is less than 3x plus 2. Is that true for all values greater than or equal to 0? What happens if I want to see a little bit higher here? If I double click on that, You can change it to like 15. Did you see how I did that? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so do you guys think A is true? No, because it says for all values greater than x, this one's less. It's only less to here, right? And then this exponential one is more. Okay, so A is not true. So let's look at B. For all x is greater than 0, now they're saying the opposite. The exponential graph is greater than the line. So if I start here and go to the right, nope, this exponential is less than, so it's definitely not going to be B. Okay? So C says there is a constant C such that if 0 is less than x is less than C, so this is where they cross, that number where they cross. Thanks. Okay, so it says 3 to the x is less than the line. So the exponential is less than the line just from here to here. And then it says, but if x is greater than 3, then the exponential, and you guys, this should say C. I don't know why I have this wrong. If x is greater than that C value where they cross, then the exponential is greater than the line. Is that true? So yeah, when we get to here, the exponential graph is greater. So they're saying there's some value on the x-axis where it changes. And so to start, yes, my exponential is less than, and then at that value, my exponential is greater than. So you should get C. Okay. This just says the opposite of that, and this should have said C, not 3. Okay. So basically the moral of the story is this problem will make a lot more sense if you graph it and try to understand what it's saying based on the graph. Okay. The next one I want to show you guys that's like a good trick. Luke, do you have a question? Yeah? No. Okay. If they give you a system of equations, there's like a super cheat way to do it on this calculator that is very helpful, okay? So everybody with me? Go to calculate. Okay, everyone on the blank screen. Go to menu. Go to JK. I did something wrong. Menu, and then algebra, and then system of linear equations. So menu, algebra, solve system. Is everyone here? Everyone here? Okay, cool. So 2 equations. That's what I have. 2 equations. You can do as many as like 3, 4. It goes up to like 10. X, Y. Press OK. We're literally going to type in the equation. So we are doing this problem right here. X plus 2y equals 4. I'm going to type it in. X plus 2y equals 4. There's the equal sign on your calculator right here. Okay, then I'm going to plug in the other one. X over 2 plus 2y equals negative 3. Do your fraction box. X over 2 plus, I already forgot what it was, 2y equals negative 3. Literally solves it for you. Okay, so this is the next one we're going to do, if you guys can find it on your page. In the xy plane, the graph of y equals 12 minus x squared intersects line n at negative 1c and 2d, where c and d are constants. What's the slope of the line? This looks hard. It's not hard, okay? First, you want to plug in to your calculator this parabola, or you can find C and D by literally substituting in here, but we'll use our calculator because it's more fun right now, and we're doing calculator skills. So go to your graph. What? Yeah, you'll have time. Minus x squared. So you graph this parabola. Again, I'm going to double click right there and change that to like 15 so that I can see a little bit higher. Okay. And I want to find a point on this parabola. So do you guys know how to make a table on here? if you go to menu and then table, you can do this split screen table. This tells you what those coordinates are so you don't have to plug them in. So I wanted to know what -1 comma something is. In other words, if I plug in -1, what do I get? So my calculator tells me I get 11. There's a point right there. So I went to menu, table, and like split screen. Okay. Okay, the next one is 2 comma something. So if I go back here and I go to 2, then I get 8. All right. So now I know I have another point at 2, 8. And then it's literally find the slope of the line. Do you guys remember how to find the slope of the line? The y minus the y over the x minus the x, and you get your answer. Okay? Over +3. Yep. As at what value of x, and this is the trick part, is that it says at what value of x does the function h defined by this parabola reach a maximum height? What do most people say is the answer for the maximum height just by looking at this equation? Yeah, they would be like, it's 5, boom. Because what's the vertex right here? The asked you the vertex. Perfect. -3, 5, it's a downward parabola. The max is 5. That is not the answer because it says at what value of x does the function reach a max. So be really careful. Again, read carefully on the SAT. You could obviously plug this in your calculator if you forgot how to do this and then find the min or the max. Just like we have here, you could find a maximum on this by going menu. Well, I got to get rid of my table, remove the table, menu, analyze graph, find a maximum. Do you guys remember how to do this? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Number 1, B. Number 2, D. Number 3 is B. Number 4 is A. Number 5 is D. Number 6 is A. Number 7 is C. Number 8 is A. Number 9 is D. Number 10 is D. Number 11 is A. Number 12 is D. Number 13 is 5. A helpful hint on 13, if you could plug this into your calculator and find where they cross, that is the answer. So just a note to self, you could use your calculator on 13. Number 14 is B. Number 15 is D. They're giving you the y-intercept. If you recognize that, this is the only one that has a y-intercept of 1. Number 16 is B. Number 17, this is another one that you guys, if you just use x and y instead of w and t, you can use that function, that algebra thing that I just showed you, menu, algebra, solve polynomials or something, or no, solve equations, and just plug in the equation with x and y, and it'll solve exactly for you without doing any math, okay? So 17C. 18 is B. 19 is B. Number 20 is A. I know it's long. Number 21 is D. Number 22 is a stats question. That is B. 23 is another stats question. That is B. 24, I would definitely graph this one. That would help you. And you get C. It's just telling you how far it's moving. Number 25 is a trig identity. So if you haven't done trig, this one might be hard for you. It is C. If you understand SOHCAHTOA, it does work. I will explain if you need it. 26 is D. 27 is A. 28 is C. 29 is A. Number 30, I just want to talk about because I've seen it now twice, like multiple times. And this is that same problem we talked about last week where they totally trick you because it doesn't start at 0, 0. So you think you're just like getting the y-intercept right here and that you can find the y-intercept, but you can't. All right. The best way to do this one is to pick 2 points on the line, estimate what those points are, find the slope, plug in the slope, find in one of the points, and find the b. This is just like finding the equation of the line given 2 points that you've been doing since Algebra 1, or maybe you've forgotten since Algebra 1, all right? But pick 2 points on the line, find the slope, plug it in, you should get it. Be really careful, though, on that one. I'm guessing they might trick you like that. Okay, 31, you don't need to do all this algebra. It's literally just this h is right in the middle of 4 and 20. So you can use symmetry, and the answer is 6. Wait, is that what I got? Yeah. Okay, after I crossed it out. So K is 6. Number 32, Y is 2. So these are the ones you got to write the answer down. Number 33 is 8. Number 34, this is another stats question. That is 9 games. Number 35 is 15%. Number 36 is -3/2, or actually, I think that's just 3/2, you guys, or 1.5. Number 37 is 1.3. Number 38 is 3 million. You do round. It tells you what to round to. Oops. So is the last one 38, you guys? Yes. Okay.